Is every single Pixar movie connected? Pixar. Movie after movie, hit after hit. Each time, a brilliant story, beloved characters, gorgeous animation. But what if every film has even more in common? Every film from 1995 to 2013, to be exact. Because it's all connected. It all starts in the Dark Ages with Brave. This is where we learn why animals in the Pixar universe have human characteristics. In the film, Merida discovers magic through a mysterious witch who can walk through doors. Remember that. This magic has the power to bring inanimate objects to life and turn humans into animals, which is how Merida accidentally turns her mother into a bear. But there are other animals affected by the witch's magic, and these creatures eventually breed, creating a population that takes on increasingly human-like qualities, becoming more and more intelligent. Eventually, we see animals performing human feats. Remy in Ratatouille talks, dreams, and even becomes a gourmet chef. Over generations, animals are getting smarter. But will they outsmart humans? Up's villain, Charles Muntz, becomes obsessed with harnessing the power of animals and creates a translator collar so he can utilize them for his gain. But his dog, Doug, escapes, and the strained relationship between humans and animals grows. To keep up with the competing species, humans begin an industrial revolution. This starts in Up when Carl is forced to give up his house by a big corporation called By and Large, or BNL. BNL grows, spreading across the Pixar universe. Notice in Toy Story 3 that Buzz Lightyear's batteries are BNL. In WALL-E, we see BNL in its full-blown glory, a corporation that has grown to control world governments. But while the humans were trying to outsmart the animals, technology outsmarted the humans. In The Incredibles, technology is harnessed by Syndrome to create a genocide against humans with superpowers. At the end of WALL-E, we see life return to Earth, the beginning of it as seen in A Bug's Life. In that time, animals on Earth had evolved into a super species. These are the monsters we meet in Monsters, Inc. The monsters' global issue is energy. There isn't enough of it, so they must time travel through doors back in time to extract energy by coming into contact with humans. One particular human, however, learned of this time travel at a young age. That would be the adorable, inimitable Boo. Boo spends her life trying to find her dear friend Sully. Remembering that they time traveled through doors, she eventually grows up to become the witch from Brave. As the witch, she walks through doors, traveling back and forth through time thanks to the magic harvested in that land, searching for her friend. How do we know she's looking for Sully? In her workshop, you'll see a wood carving of him. Boo and Sully, a friendship that spans the Pixar universe. What do you think?
Glinda is the true villain in The Wizard of Oz. Most people remember The Wizard of Oz as a beloved children's film about the power of friendship and the courage to stand up to evil. But the truth is that Oz is more sinister than Westeros. Glinda the Good Witch may be more corrupt than Cersei, and Dorothy is just a pawn in her quest to seize power over Oz for herself. When Dorothy arrives, Oz is ruled by four powerful figures: the Wicked Witch of the East, the Wicked Witch of the West, the Wizard of Oz, and Glinda herself. Dorothy kills the Wicked Witch of the East when her house lands on top of her. So that's one down. At this point, Glinda could easily tell Dorothy to use the ruby slippers to go home. But she realizes that she can trick Dorothy into becoming her own personal assassin. By putting the ruby slippers on Dorothy's feet, Glinda puts Dorothy in direct conflict with the Wicked Witch. She then tells Dorothy that the only one who can help her is the Wizard of Oz, which is another lie. After a dangerous journey down the yellow brick road to Oz, the wizard tells Dorothy that he'll only help her if she brings back the Wicked Witch's broomstick, which is impossible to do without killing her. After killing the Witch of the West and taking her broom, Dorothy exposes the Wizard of Oz as a fake, and he's forced to flee. In a matter of a few days, Dorothy took out Glinda's three main rivals for power, and all Glinda had to do was play puppeteer to a naive farm girl from Kansas. The real story of The Wizard of Oz is about a treacherous witch using an innocent girl to eliminate all of her rivals. The Lannisters are lucky that Glinda isn't in Westeros, or she'd be sitting on the Iron Throne. What do you think?
Is Rey being set up as the villain? In Star Wars: The Force Awakens, we're introduced to Rey, who's set up as the new hero of the series. But is Rey in danger of turning to the dark side? Could she in fact become a villain rather than a hero? In The Empire Strikes Back, Luke Skywalker asks Master Yoda if the dark side is stronger than the light side. Yoda replies, no. Quicker, easier, more seductive. It took Luke months to master even basic tasks as a Jedi. But in The Force Awakens, we see Rey quickly and easily tap into her Force powers. When she's captured by the First Order, it takes almost no effort for her to use her Jedi mind trick to convince the Stormtrooper to free her. And again, when fighting Kylo Ren on the Starkiller base, she quickly matches his Force abilities despite his more extensive training. In the Force Awakens novelization, which is part of the official Star Wars canon, Rey hears a voice in her head while she's battling Kylo Ren that says, kill him. The book says she recoiled from the voice because she knew it was the dark side. So we know with certainty that the dark side is reaching out to her, and we know that she's vulnerable to being seduced by it because of the anger and fear she feels after watching the death of her father figure, Han Solo. Look at the poster for the Force Awakens movie. Rey's staff lines up perfectly with Kylo Ren's red lightsaber, implying that she might be the one holding it in the future. Also, consider her childhood. Rey was forced to work for a cruel junk trader on a desert planet where every day was a struggle to survive. A childhood that is very similar to Darth Vader's, who is the most powerful Dark Jedi of all time. Rey was also abandoned by her family without an explanation and frequently gives in to her rage and anger. It would make sense if she felt more drawn to the dark side than the light. What if instead of being the hero of the new trilogy, Rey is really being set up as the villain? What do you think?